Live. You know, it's Carl Hovelson here. Unfortunately, you've just got me today. A lot of the panelists that were coming on weren't able to make it. But we're going to just talk about auto posters. Okay, they seem to be the in thing today. I know I've been using them, and quite a few others have been using them. But what we want to talk about is, are they giving value, or are they causing consequence? Okay, and I believe they're doing a little of both. Because here's what's happening. Like, there's a lot of, particularly the one that's being focused on a lot is the Facebook posters, and there's many of them out there. They're starting to be developed for pretty much everything. You know, Google Plus, LinkedIn. Who knows? MySpace maybe has them, but you know, they're for all the top networks. Twitter has one or two. The top ones out there. Auto posters are being developed for those. Now, there's a reason people are developing these auto posters, okay? And this is what I believe, and I'm sure this is what the intent was of the people who developed them. However, they're being abused by a lot of people, okay? Oops, I got it. The camera's a little bit off kilter there. Okay. But what I believe is a lot of people are using them incorrectly, and it's causing them to get their hands slapped. Okay, Facebook has what they call Facebook jail, right? That you get put into, and what it is, you know, whenever these auto posters come out, people have to realize that you know, the companies that are out there, like the Facebooks, the Twitters, the LinkedIns, and all those out there. What they're doing is they have people that go out and actually find these softwares that are being sold out there. They buy them, and they figure out what they're doing. And when they do, which won't take them very long, they'll put in security in their sites. Basically, and this security will be ones that will flag these particular auto posters. Now, you're probably saying, well, how can they do that? Because they have the timings all different. Well, that's exactly it. If you look at pretty much every poster that's out there, their timing is like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. They're not 11 seconds, 23 seconds, 36 seconds. They're not anything like that. They are common set, 15, 30, 45, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Okay? So what happens is Facebook and LinkedIn, all those, they'll put the security in there to flag these because they'll know if they're Autobots or not. People are different. People will do posts at random times. They won't put them at exact times. You know, you could go in and do posts manually today, and rarely will your posts be exactly 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, or so apart. They will be odd times, okay? If auto posters were smart out there, they would develop time sequence like that. I don't know if they can do it. Maybe they can. I'm not a programmer. But I'm telling you right now that that is one of the things that they are doing. They are looking at that. Okay, I've talked to a lot of guys that are programmers out there, and they've said that, you know, the auto posters are being abused so bad that they're going to be pretty much obsolete pretty soon, okay? Unless they start developing odd matching numbers for posting, okay, to make it look like a human. Right now they don't look like a human. They say it looks like a human, but it's not, because they're posting on the same sequence. So all they have to do is create a software that will go out and look for just that, the 15, 30, 45, and when there's multiple sessions like that, they know it's an auto poster, because human beings are not that accurate, okay? Now, the other thing is what happens with a lot of auto posters, they're only designed to do the post, or maybe they're designed to join groups, and again, they're not looking for things. You know, when you look at groups, when you're going and joining groups, a lot of groups have specifics in there of the groups, like only one post a day, or maybe only one business post a week, or whatever it is. And people are not going in and checking the groups that they're joining. You know, if you go and join 200 groups at a time, are you going to go through and check every group? No. The smart people will. They will go in, they will look and spend 2-3 hours, whatever it takes, to go through all the groups that they've joined and eliminate the ones that are closed groups, eliminate the ones that have posting restrictions within them. Get rid of all those. Okay? You don't need those. And if you used your posting software to go in and post, once a day or whatever, you'll be fine with that. Okay? But the thing that it is it's the timing between the posts. Like when I use the posting software now, I mean, I got caught. I got thrown in Facebook jail twice now. Now I'm going to be a lot more cautious on what I do. I bought the software to join groups and do some auto posting. Maybe I can't use it anymore. I don't know. Okay? If I go to jail one more time, I will eliminate using automated posting software. It's that simple. I can't afford for my business because I'm involved in multiple businesses, not just one. And when I get restricted from going into groups, that restricts my business within that social network. And Facebook being the biggest one, I can't afford to be down. Okay, I've lost over a month of time in Facebook, and a month of time could mean $5,000-$10,000 in my pocket. Okay, so you have to be very, very cautious on what you're doing. If you've got this software and you run it and you use it just for joining groups, just do that. Then take the time and go in and evaluate each of the groups that you're going to. If they're closed groups, get rid of them, delete them. If they're groups that have posting restrictions, maybe you're only allowed one business post a week. Maybe you're only allowed one post a day, because there's a lot of them like that. Okay? The problem is people abuse these auto posters and result in consequence. They'll get put in Facebook jail. Or worse, they'll get their account deleted. Okay? Get their IP listed so that they can't ever get another account with that company. That's even worse. Now you've completely screwed your business once that happens. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go in and you're going to need to check them. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to screen share here, and I'm going to show you some of this stuff. Okay? Because I think this is stuff that you need to see. Okay? So let me just get my screen here. And hang on. Okay. Okay, I want to share my screen here. And here's my account here. Okay, so you always want to click on your name to do it this way. I mean, you could do it the other way through the home. Like you could go to home, and then you can scroll down and hang on. Gotta wait for it to refresh here. Okay, because down the side you can also see your groups right here. Okay, and by clicking on more, you can bring up all the groups that you have. Okay, and you can go down. But I go through my own wall. Okay, so I mean that's your timeline that I just clicked on. This is your wall. Okay. So it shows everything that you have, and you scroll down, and your groups will be at the bottom. Okay, so you'll scroll down to the bottom here. You'll see all your posts down here, and scrolling down further. Got a lot of delay. Sorry. There's your likes. Here's your groups. Okay, so you can click on your groups. Okay, you see I got 280 groups I'm a member of. Some people think you got to be a member of 6,000 groups and stuff like that. That's not necessarily true, okay? Because here's the other thing if you're a marketer, okay? The first thing you want to do is, you want to go into some of these groups here. So we're just going to click on one, and we're going to go in and we're going to see the group. And then we're going to look to see what they have, okay? This group here, this is what the restrictions of what the group allows, okay? So it says this group is where you can post whatever business you choose. You'll only be banned for being rude, not or unpolite, or that kind of thing, okay? Or posting, porn or something like that. Some groups will say in here, and this is where you're going to look in the about area, some will say you're restricted from posting only one post per day. Maybe only one business post per week. Some will say it's only to share knowledge, no posting of business whatsoever. Okay, so maybe they only want you to provide tips of marketing or something like that. So always, what you got to go through is you got to go through your groups and you got to read what it tells you, what the restrictions are in here. If you don't do that, you risk getting yourself reported to Facebook and Facebook throwing you in Facebook jail anywhere from 15 days to 3 months. And if you've done it consecutively, I think it's 3 or 4 times, they could even close your Facebook account. Okay, so you got to be very, very careful on what you're doing there. So I recommend this. I mean, I'm a member of 250 groups. To me, that's sufficient enough, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making posts in here, and I'm going to be wanting to get to know people. Okay, I'm going to be wanting to find out what their business is all about. So I'll be able to go on to, like, for instance, Katie Renee Thompson. I could go on and I could click on her name here, go to her site, see what she's all about. Okay, and you know, I may be able to friend request her. I could message her here, but I'll go through her site and find out what she's all about. Find out, you know, what she's doing in business, and I'll create conversation with her. You know, ask her, you know, are you doing anything online? What is it that you do? I went on your timeline. I couldn't find anything. You know, so, you know, when you go and you look, there's nothing here on this timeline other than this picture here. So I could go in here and I could type Katie a message saying, hey, Katie, I just went, oh, hang on, let me type this properly. Hi, Katie, I just went on your timeline to see what you do. Oh man, I can't type. See what you do online, and I didn't find anything. Okay, I found you in a group, so I was curious. Okay, let's connect. Okay, and simple, just like that. You know, I was on your timeline to see what you do and didn't find anything. I found you in a group, so I was curious. Let's connect. And I send that off, just like that. See, using auto posting software isn't all about just doing posting in there. You know, if you want to be real successful with your business, what you want to do is you actually want to go and use the software to get you connected. The whole idea of auto posting software, in my opinion, is being able to get you connected to groups really, really fast. So I was able to go in there and join a whole bunch of groups. You know, rather than me doing it manually one at a time, I saved myself a ton of time with the software. Now I go in and I check to find out which ones are ones that are going to be good with me. Okay, so I got 280 groups. I'm happy with that. Some people say, oh, you need to have thousands. Well, you don't, because within those groups, there's hundreds, if not thousands of people. And all you're going to do is you're going to connect with these people, just like I did with Katie just now. Okay? So, again, you know, you want to go back and you want to check with people. You want to connect with people. That's the whole idea. Posting in a group, a lot of times, is not going to get noticed, you know, because there's going to be people posting all the time using posting software, manual posting, and they're going to flip through there so fast not everybody's going to see that. The whole idea of network marketing is networking, connecting with people. Okay? This is how your business is going to grow. See, eventually Katie's going to get back to me and she's going to message me. She'll private message me here. It'll pop up here, and then I'll see her name come up here, and I'll go on and I'll go and I'll respond back to Katie, right? And I'll do that to hundreds of other people every single day. This is how I connect with people. And once you build that relationship, that's when you can start sharing businesses amongst you, maybe even products and services. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. So it's a matter of how you use these auto posters. The auto posters are so important for your business to help streamline how long it's going to take for you to do your business. I mean, you know, you could connect to 200 or 300 groups. You spend 2 or 3 hours going through and filtering them out, and then you have these groups forever that you can go in and you can do your odd business post in, or you can do a casual daily post, or you can post about your life in there. And then you have all the people that are constantly joining those groups and connecting. Because remember, as you're connecting with people and you become friends, whenever you do a post even on your timeline, they see it. And whoever's connected to them starts seeing them. That's how your viral effect gets out. So the more people you get connected with, the better. It's not about the posting in groups. It's about connecting in groups and connecting with the people within those groups. Okay? If you start abusing posting software, you're going to find yourself kicked off of the actual social networks, which is not going to do you any good. Okay? Because especially if you get kicked out of Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all the top ones out there, I mean, that's where all your business is. You can't afford to get kicked out of those things. So use the software wisely. Okay? Auto posting software can make the biggest difference in your business in a positive manner. But it also brings consequence when you abuse it. Okay? So even someone that has been involved in network marketing as long as I have, I still thought I was within the guidelines, and yet I still ended up in Facebook jail again. So I have to reevaluate how I was using the software, because even though I thought I was using the software mildly, I still obviously didn't either filter out the groups I was posting to, or I was posting too often with the software. Okay? So here's what I'm going to recommend. Okay? When you use the software, you use it once, join groups. Okay? Go out and join, I don't know, 50, 100, 200 groups, and then don't use it for 3 or 4 days at all. Okay? Don't use it all. Spend the next days, after you've joined the groups with the softwares or whatever it is you're using, go in there and filter your groups out. Go in there, and if they're closed groups, chances are you probably don't want to be posting into those unless you're going to manual post. Okay? And I recommend doing a lot more manual posting than using the auto poster, because again, the auto posters have time restrictions. They post every 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45, 1 minute, 2 minutes. And again, they could easily get caught with traps that social networks have put in place to catch auto posting, and you end up in jail for 2 weeks, and then your business is shot for 2 weeks. You can't post, you can't comment, you can't do anything, because the moment you even make a comment in a group that once you've been put in Facebook jail, they will add 3 extra days to it. Okay? It's not worth it. So use the software. If it allows you to join groups, then don't use it for a while. Put it on the back burner for a while. Go in there, go through your groups, filter your groups out, find out which ones allow you to make posts daily and stuff like that, or have no restrictions. Keep those. The ones that have restrictions, get rid of them. You don't need them, okay? Because what you're after is the people that are within the groups. Those are the people you want to connect with, I mean, sometimes you'll join a group that has like 50 people in it. I don't keep any groups that have less than 300. Okay, to me, it's not worth my time. Okay, so any groups that I connect that have less than 300, I delete them. I just I leave those groups. They're gone. Okay, closed groups, I get rid of all of them. I don't care if they're closed for a reason. There's no sense. Chances are if you post in them, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Okay. I get rid of anything that tells me I can do 1 post a day or 1 business post a week. I get rid of those too. I don't care if they have 100,000 people in them. Not worth my time. That's not worth the chance of getting put in Facebook jail or having my account, killed. Okay, I just won't do it. Okay, so there's so many people and so many groups on the internet. And again, when you go and join groups, and here's the cool thing, that when you join, excuse me, holy smokes, I don't know where that came from. Okay, but one thing that you'll notice when you're in a group, down the other column, and let me just see if I can screen share again and show you that. Okay, just let me, I think it's important that I show you this too. Okay, This is another thing that I found, and you know, maybe a lot of people know about this, but I just found this myself. Okay, when you go and you get into groups, let me go down to my groups again. Scrolling down. Oh, my PC is very slow today. Okay, so here's my groups. Now, what you'll notice is when you click on any one of these groups, let me just click on a different group here. We'll go into this one here. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is when you're in these groups here, you're going to notice that it's going to have a whole lot of groups down here that you can also join that you haven't joined. It's going to show you all the groups you haven't joined. So while you're in here, you can always go in and join these groups. Okay. And again, you know, if you have your standard setup, like I give everybody in my group a basic intro post that they put when they join a group. So you go in and click and join your group, and then copy and paste the picture and stuff like that in there, and poof, right? You're done. And this is another way, because you're already in the group, and these are going to be groups that you haven't joined. So you can go boom, 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 boom. And it's very quick to do it that way. Plus, you're going to be doing it yourself, so you're not going to be doing it every 15 seconds, 30, 45, and so on. You're going to be doing it at random time. So you're not going to be flagged by Facebook because you're manually joining. They're going to see that you're manually joining them. Okay? Totally different thing. So this allows you to do that as well as you're in groups and looking for people. And again, you know, connect with people. Find out what they're doing. Go through their posts. Even make a comment on there. Like, do a like on there. You know, you like the comment on there that's on there, and you know, just, you know, you could put, hey, good, glad to see things are working for you, or something like that. You know, but like them, okay? And when you do, you're going to find that these people will start connecting with you. They may even come in and request a friend request with you, okay? And if you want to know more about them, click on their profile, just like I did with the other one there. And here's, I'm on Engel's site now, okay? So, you know, I don't want to add a friend yet, but, you know, I could put in there, hey, was on your profile, looking to see if we can connect or whatever. And they may come back and say, and come and click add friend on my site. If not, they may say, hey, feel free. You can, you know, add me as a friend. I'll go back in and I'll add them as a friend. Okay? But this will give you an idea of what everybody's up to. Because in business, folks, it's all about communication with the people. It's not about selling. Okay? It's about connecting. Because people buy from people. They don't buy from companies. Okay? And that's how it's always been. That's how it always will be. Even today, you don't just go and join a company. You go and join someone in a company. You join with a person within a company that took the time to explain things to you or connect with you or so forth. That's what it's all about. Okay? So I just wanted to share that thing about the ad groups on the side there. So it kind of gave you an idea of you know, what you can see there with things. Okay? I'm just going to stop sharing here. There's a delay here. Maybe I've stopped sharing already. I don't see that. There we go. So I hope, you know, if you have any questions, leave the questions below there. We'll go through them. We'll answer them for you. You can always connect with me on Skype. It's RMC Global. That's my Skype. You know, we don't have any links on this page or anything, so you do have to get back to the person that invited you to this live hangout. And if you want to find out more about them or more about their companies or so forth, that's what you do. Okay, we like to keep it like that because you know, we don't want any problems of people sending people to these kind of things, then they end up joining with somebody else. We want to make sure you go back to the person that invited you. So that's my overview of basically are auto posters of value or consequence, and I hope I covered that for you here on this this short hangout today. You know, any questions, like I say, get back to anybody who sent you to this. RMC Global is my Skype. Feel free to connect with me. Just make sure you let me know who invited you to this, because I, you know, I want to make sure that they get the credit for everything. So thanks again for stopping by and watching this. And if you're on the record, get back to the person who shared this with you. Get back to me if I shared it with you. And we'll see you again at the next Hangout. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.